Welcome back to the session. In this session, we're going to learn a concept called service design. So, what is service design is all about? So, design. The word design talks about creating. So, how we going to create your service and how we going to deliver them to your customer as required with their expectation. Is all about your service design. Let me illustrate you with an example. A person who owns a restaurant thinks about how to attract more number of customers. He analyzes the customer's taste and preferences, the cuisines which they like, and based on those expectations, he creates a menu of all those things which a customer, which his or customer likes. So based on that, that menu is created and the food is being prepared and it is being delivered to the required customers. This is how a successful business happens. Similarly, in an educational institute, as a faculty, I have to share the knowledge of the subject to my students in a proper way so that they're able to understand and reciprocate. So, this is all about service design. In general, a service involves creation and delivery of core benefits in order to satisfy an identified need of a customer. So, as a shop owner or a restaurant owner, I have to find out the likings, the taste and preferences of a customer so that it meets with the services which I deliver. So, what are the other key factors to look on, or what are the components which are involving in the service design? A small framework towards the left side, it is the viewpoint of the service provider. The service from the service provider, it thinks on the service requirements of what and all things to be needed and service performance standard. So the basic, the level of standard he expects to be his business are his standards. On the right hand side point of views are from the customer side. What are the customer expectations and what is the customer prior experience with with these kind of services? Formulates a service design. So from the service provider point of view, it is broken down into service design, facilitates design, service operation process design, and customer service process design. So product design is all about the exact product needed. So in a restaurant, the menu or the food items, number of food items, what and all which is being doing good are to be noted down or should be highlighted specifically. Or in a bank system, the counters which is allocated for specific activities. Counter, say like counter number 4 might be the cashier counter, or counter number 5 will be like a jewel loan kind of things. Specific counters. Facilitates design is all about the physical layout of where the service being provided, the spaciousness in a bank or the spaciousness in a restaurant or the seat dining tables or the dining seats. These are few examples of which are the facility which facilitates your service. And the third one is service operation process design, where it talks about the process. Say if you go for a stay in a hotel, the first thing you get is a warm greeting from the receptionist, and then they ask for your preference and they allot you room, and then if possible there might be a room boy who's ready to accompany you with your luggage. So this will be the flow of process. Customer service process design talks about the interaction between the service provider and the customer. So how well they communicate, how well is the service being properly rendered is all about your customer service process. From the customer point of view, three aspects. One is service encounter environment, where it talks about the process of service which is been on the go or on the process, where from the service provider to the customer அந்த சர்வீஸ் எப்படி ப்ரொவைட் பண்றாங்கன்ற ஒரு சூழ்நிலையை பத்தி பேசுறது. Provider service talks about, sorry, provider behavior talks about the behaviorness, the calmness with which the service provider acts, and the last, how the interaction between the customer and the provider is. All these things define about the service quality. Whether you maintain a high quality or whether your business is not sustaining up to the level depends upon how well you frame your design. So this concept is all about service design. Moving on, we're going to see the factors influencing service design. So there are six factors which affects those. Those are the service itself, a customer participation in the process, location of service delivery, level of customer contact, degree of standardization, and complexity of the service. So the first point, the service itself talks about the service which is being rendered by the service provider to the customer. Say example, in a restaurant, if a customer asks for an X food, by a miscommunication he receives Y food, then there is a problem. That is totally and not acceptable problem. So how well the proper communication is being going through is the most important factor. So or in the cases, or in cases of like equipment oriented services like your ATM machines, where there is there is no person involved. When you miss out or when you typed a wrong pin, that service of withdrawing cash won't be properly availed. The second point is customer participation in the process. Talks about the involvement of the customer in the process or customers involvement in the service. Say example, uh, say online courses. So the involvement of students participation directly estimates the performance of the online courses. So where a college brings up a online course where people get educated or students get educated is totally dependent upon the number of students actively involved in these courses. If they don't, then there will be a lag or there will be less utilization of the service provider. Location of service delivery talks about the accessibility and availability of services at and when needed. So, for example, if a customer stays in Chennai, seeks for a plumber, and ends up getting a plumber who's resided at Hyderabad, then there won't be any proper level of no, there won't be any proper service being rendered. So a person in Chennai needs to get away or needs to avail the services from a provider who stays in Chennai. The level of customer contact. Customer contact talks about the physical presence of a customer in the service or in the system. So, for example, from a equipment based service like your ATM machines, where the customer presence need to be there so that they can avail the services. It can be high or low. Basically, in a equipment pane, it will be a low because the level of transactions or the performance will be very less. Whereas in high level contact, like a faculty conducting an online program with the students, there will be a high level of contact with the customers or with the students. So degree of standardization talks about being standard with your services or standardized with your services, or even customizing based on the customer's requirements. So standardized services can be like from your telecommunication services, your pre-recorded voices of uh, the person you have contacted is speaking to someone else is a pre-recorded voice, which is common for everyone. Customized voices can be like your caller tunes, your personal messages, or anything like that. So these are the degree of standardization which you can bring, or else from your laptop stores, your Dell can give you a standardized variants or customized. Even Reebok shoes does that. And moving on with the last thing is about your complexity of your services. Uh, the number of steps taken by the service from the service provider to the customer is the complexityness. How short it is or how long it is the most important aspect. So as a service provider, you should analyze the customer's need and wants, and based on their requirements you can complicize or reduce the size of the complexity there and provide the best service required to the customer. So the next topic is about the management model of service design or process. Management model is about 8 stages, starting from developing design attributes, specifying design performance standards, generating and evaluating design concepts, developing design details, improving standards, assessing satisfaction, measuring performance, and implementing your design. So these are the 8 stages taken by in order to construct a service design. So the first step is about developing your design, thinking about what are all attributes or what are the things you can add to your design, and then specifying your design performance standard talks about matching with the customer's expectation, matching your design attributes to your customer as expectations, and studying your customers or studying your competitors performance, how well. For an example, if you're ready to start up, or if you're ready to start a restaurant, think about the factors or think about your local people or customers there, what kind of foods can be provided there. Then specify your design performance standards about analyzing those customer expectations and also the competitors around you. Generating and evaluating design concepts talks about defining your key areas where you are the unique person, your service being the unique one there. How can you differentiate you from the others or from the competitors? Developing design details. Developing design details talks about writing down your design, specifying the process of it, evaluating the alternatives, and then finalizing your design. These are the steps. Say, like for in a restaurant where the different concept, the multi cuisines you can go, or a specific cuisine which is required, you can think on these alternatives whether the customers would like those things or not, and based on the suggestions he can come to a specified one, and the next step is to implement the design. So a particular cuisine has been chosen, and the idea has been carried out and converted into design, and it has been implemented. So the implemented design might be or will be measured. So the next step is measuring the performance. measuring, then assessing the satisfaction, seeing the performance, analyzing customers' expectation, and identifying their satisfaction on the design. So based on those report, whether you can go ahead or you have to improve your performance. This is the last stage of the service design process. So these are the 8 stages where a service design process has been created, where a service provider has to identify all the key inputs and gaps so that they are able to identify the customer needs, create a service, design it, and then implement it so that the customer can acquire or render the service. It can be measured, and if they have some likings, then they then that should create satisfaction in them, and thus it then and then ensures the business continues on forever. So with this topic, I'll end my today's session. So for any doubts, you can all feel free to contact me or WhatsApp me or call me. We'll meet you in the next schedule. Thank you.